importantly, happy Halloween. I'd love to see you all in costume. So please tweet me at twitter.com/Janelle. So padala niyo po sa akin yung mga litrato niyo kung ano po yung mga costumes niyo for this year's Halloween. Obviously, I did not have enough time to prepare for Halloween this year, but hopefully meron pa po akong chance for tomorrow or on Sunday. Sunday naman po talaga, October 31st is the real Halloween, pero iba po talaga yung tradition natin sa Pilipinas, di ba? Pero ang tradition po dito sa Kababayan, LA is we have magic on Halloween, and you're gonna get that today on the show as well. Ako po si Janelle So, ang inyong kababayan dito sa Los Angeles, at kayo po ay nanonood ng Kababayan LA, ang kauna-unahan at kaisa-isang locally produced daily show na tungkol at para sa ating mga Pilipino, kung saan po not too long ago, we went to Taiwan, and we've been giving you the sights and sounds from the soul of Asia every Wednesdays and Fridays on the show. Here is our interview with their Korean tourism organization, who's not exactly Korean. He's actually German by birth. Let's watch this. A lot of people are surprised to hear that the head of Korean Tourism Organization is not exactly Korean. How did that happen?
Well, I'm really Korean, you know. I don't look like the average Korean, but I've come to Korea 32 years ago from Germany originally, and I fell in love with the country, and I grew roots here, and at some point I became a Korean, so I gave up my German citizenship. And before that, I was already Korean inside because I ate, Korean food every day. Actually, Korea is one of the countries in Asia, I think, that has mostly incorporated all of the different aspects of Asian tradition and philosophy into all of the aspects of culture and of daily life. But at the same time, it is one of the most open cultures, actually. Just consider the fact that they made a guy like me the head of the tourism organization, which no other OECD country has done until now. Huh?
Right.
There's some like America, the United States is kind of a melting pot, but even there, most of like positions in this kind of level are not first generation immigrants, but usually people who have lived there for generations or at least second generation. Yeah? So Korea is now very, very oriental, very traditional, but at the same time very, very modern, and that's very exciting. If you look at K-pop, if you look at the Korean dramas, you can feel a little bit of this vibrancy, of this creative virus that is there in Korea, that energy that you can feel. It's an emotive thing, it's very emotional, and at the same it's very light and it's very enthusiastic, but also it's very powerful. Yeah? And that is something that you can experience in Korea, and more though in other countries. And of course, if you come and dig a little deeper, the culture is something that can give you a lot. Go to a temple to stay overnight, 1 or 2 nights, live the life of a monk. And I don't know any other country where you can do that in the same way as you can do it in Korea. Other Buddhist countries have also temples where you can stay, but you can never immerse that much because Korean temples are much more open to outsiders, and they embrace the outsiders much more. So you can take away much more from it. Yeah?
Right.
And I've had people who have that experience. They went to temples in India and in other Asian countries, and then they came to Korea, and all of a sudden now they understand what Buddhism is all about, or what meditation is all about, or what inspiration is all about.
Top 3 places that you suggest we should never miss if in Korea.
Well, if you're in Seoul, I would recommend at least one time go to a night market, like if you go to the Eastgate market in the middle of the night, like at 12 o'clock, and you go shopping for fashion, like designer clothes. And you have street concerts, and you have street kitchens all over the place. So that's one place I would recommend to go at least. Also, go once to the mountains. Even if you're only in Seoul, just 20 minutes from here, by taxi, you're in the middle of the Bukhan Mountains, and just have at least 1 or 2 hours, go up a mountain trail, go to a Buddhist temple, meditate a little bit, but at least, get a glimpse of the very attractive Korean mountain nature. And finally, food is, of course, a huge thing in Korea. Why don't you go and eat a clay duck?
Clay duck?
This is a very delicious stuff. This is basically a Korean duck stuffed with herbs and Korean medicine stuff like that. Ginseng goes in there, and chestnut and everything. And then it's wrapped in rice paper, in rice straw, and then in clay. And then it's baked in the oven for 4 or 5 hours. And all the fat in the duck is absorbed into the straw and so on. So the meat is just no cholesterol anymore. Very tender, just melts in your mouth, and you have all the aromas of the herbs and stuff in the duck. It's a wonderful experience. Costs only 50,000 won for 4 people.
Wow.
Or 3, maybe 4 people. It depends on your appetite.
Right.
I usually eat with 3 people.
See, I'm very hungry now. It sounds delicious. Thank you so much for making time for us.
You're welcome.